This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next 2 hours, we'll take a look at cancer. During hour number 2, we're going to take a look at how two people approached their diagnosis of cancer differently. During this hour, we're going to spend some time, of course, with our regular contributor, Robert Clancy. We're going to be talking with Robert today about coping with loss. And we'll also spend some time with Mark Osmers as we talk about the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure. And I'm really excited to say that during this first part of our show, Shawna Allard will be joining us. She's been named the best psychic in San Diego, California. And by the way, I had lunch with her a couple of months ago. We sat next to each other at an event, and we hit it off, and I said, let's have her on the show. So she is on the show today, and we're going to talk about healing. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. The next 2 hours are jam-packed full of health information just for you. We go now to San Diego and welcome Shawna. Hello, Shawna.
Hello, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Shawna, we could talk about the psychic thing, and I think we need to touch on that. You're an author as well. Your book is Knowing, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And you have a chapter on health and spiritual healing. We're going to have some information about that on latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com. How did you know you were a healer? Did somebody knock on your door, either mentally, spiritually, and say, by the way, Shawna, you don't have to do books anymore. You can now heal people?
Well, actually, maybe it was somewhat like that. I had been doing intuitive readings, and my first couple of clients actually called me up a few days later and said, I received quite a wonderful healing from the reading. The information gave me something, but in one case a disease, and in the other case a horrible rash that was debilitating, had gone away. And they were pretty excited. I didn't know anything about what I had done. I simply tuned into our Creator and gave them the energy and information that comes through me naturally. So they both asked to come back for healing, and that's how it got started.
You now have a healing table, too.
Yes, I do.
Wow. We talked the other day. Well, the spirits and I spoke. You
Yes.
don't remember what we discussed. It was interesting because there's a voice change. Shawna channels another spirit, or spirits, as it told me, both male and female.
Yes, it's an energy that I got in touch with as a young child in my Methodist upbringing. We called it God, and I would say my prayers, and I guess a little unique to me, it would come, an information or an answer would come through me because I would sort of check out in prayer. And that's the best I can describe how it is today, but it's called intuitive channeling, and it simply means that through prayer and meditation, I step aside and I let essentially Holy Spirit speak through me for the healing and the information that people seek to make their lives better.
And the other day, in fact, I think it was yesterday, it was 2 days ago, Monday. We're recording the show. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't even remember. My days are kind of all mixed up right now. Anyway, I was in a parking lot, and I was watching a man walking around the parking lot, waving his hands, gesturing, speaking. 25 years ago, he would have been locked up. He wasn't connecting to spirit. He was connecting to his cell phone and yelling at somebody. Do people question you? Do people say, "Oh, come on, you're healing people"? Do you get that a lot?
I don't receive that kind of talk personally because the people that come to me are interested in the healing and in the information. But I'm sure there's people out there that think I'm nuts.
When you first came out of the psychic closet, did people think you were a little bit woo-woo?
No. Well, I'm sure they did. Like I said, there's always somebody that disagrees with your beliefs or what you're doing.
Right. I'm talking about immediate family, your kids.
Yeah, no, my immediate family was very happy. The first reading that came through me was for a family member. I had no intention of doing this or sharing this. I was an accountant and just meditating. I didn't expect to bring forth any information for anyone ever. And all of a sudden this information came through and I shared it with a family member. It turned out to be super helpful. And from there, my family was actually my first clients or participants, and they began referring people to me, and I was just free and offering information to people over the phone during my baby's nap.
And now, by the way, I'm going to put Shawna on the spot. I made her do this on Zoom, but now she's very comfortable with that, right?
Yes.
It was very easy.
Yes. I've been doing readings by phone for 30 years, but I was a little intimidated until, Mark, you were very helpful introducing me to Zoom, and a lot of people that know me around the world are not able to come and be here in person, so I'm sure they'll enjoy the Zoom even more than the phone reading.
It was really fascinating. When you channel energy into a healing, somebody comes to you and may have cancer or prostatitis, whatever it might be, a skin rash. Do you suggest that they also do other therapies at the same time or not?
I suggest whatever intuitively comes through me for the person. And yes, quite frequently there will be information that suggests perhaps chiropractic, massage, acupuncture, holistic doctors, even over-the-counter little things that they can try for themselves. Whatever is told to me, I share with them. What began happening shortly after I started doing some healings is that everything that was recommended to people, I found I wanted to learn more about. So I studied hypnotherapy and, a lot of things.
Gotcha.
Past lives and feng shui and many, many other modalities that I wanted to find out how they worked, what they were all about, since Spirit was recommending them for people when I was in trance.
Our guest is Shawna Allard. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne here at Late Night Health, and we're talking about, I guess, intuitive and spiritual healing. If you have thoughts about that, let us know at info@latenighthealth.com, info@latenighthealth.com. Shawna, of course, is the author of Knowing, and she has a chapter on health and spiritual healing. You yourself, when you go to a physician, do you choose alternative rather than allopathic or traditional health?
Are you asking me personally?
I am asking you personally.
I believe in both. I really believe that there's very, very much quality both in the science of medicine and also in the spirituality of medicine. And medicine, of course, in the spiritual way, hands-on healing, laying on of hands and prayer, as well as many herbs and other modalities have been used by people since time began. And the fact that medical science has enhanced some of that, there's a use for all of it.
By the way, I did have a healing, I think, when you had a reading, when I was talking with Spirit with you the other day. My eyes are now red and bloodshot. You changed the color of my eyes, and I grew 1.5 inches. I'm now tall. I just wanted you to know that.
Are you sure you haven't been out drinking?
I was not drinking, but I was out editing. And the redness will go away, and I'm just trying to stand up straight. So that's
I predict you'll be fine by tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That is good news. That is good news. What was the healing, as we have so many modalities? Energy healing is something that I really like, because I pass out on the table.
Yes, a lot of people do.
And then I wake up feeling refreshed. Do you feel that you get energy personally when you're doing a healing?
Oh, I certainly do.
We're going to pick up on that when we come back, if that's all right.
Of course.
Okay. I'm Mark Alyn, along with Shawna Allard. You can find her, by the way, at divineknowing.com, divineknowing.com, and the phone number is 1-800-KNOWING, 1-800-KNOWING. Shawna and I will return. Coming up in a little bit, we're going to be speaking with Mark Osner from the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So stay tuned for that. All right, Shawna and I will be back. Don't go away. More coming up as Late Night Health continues. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
Welcome to Guide to the Soul. This is Robert Clancy. You are a beautiful masterpiece of celestial art. God sculpted your body, painted your portrait, and forged your blessed soul from the stardust. As with any masterwork, you may weather with age or get damaged a bit along the way. But doesn't that add to your beauty and mystique? Don't ever change who you are. You're loved and cherished in heaven just the way you are. Of all the challenges you've faced in life, you can be only made better for them. The greatest masterworks on earth have all been ravaged by the tests of time, only to become more revered in their inherent beauty. Always know you're one of God's masterworks, meant to shine in that same way.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenighthealth.com.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.